So in this video, I'm going to talk about applying these distance formula to this distance problem. And the question is, what is the distance between negative 5 comma negative 4 and negative 6 comma negative 4? In the last video, we were talking about the ways of finding the distance between 2 points. One of them were Pythagorean theorem, one of them was distance formula. And in this video, they didn't give us the coordinate. Also, Pythagorean theorem is hard to measure if the value is large, so we'll just apply the distance formula to this question. So the question is, what is the distance between negative 5 comma negative 4 and negative 6 comma negative 4? So before you solve this question, I want to remind you guys about the distance formula. Distance formula is like this. So if you're reminded, it will gonna be d, which is distance. D stands for distance. Should be equal to square root of x2 minus x1 square plus y of 2 minus y of 1 square. And we need to remember x2 and y2 are the coordinates, and x1 and y1 also the coordinates of some particular point. So let's apply this question. Let's apply this distance formula to this question right over here. And at first, we know that the weird order of the x2 where x1 is the matter, so I'll just call this x2 comma y2, and I will call this x1 comma y1. And if you apply this to this question right over here, we can say that distance should be equal to square root of what is the x2 value for it? Well, x2 value is negative 5, so we write negative 5 minus what is the value of x to the 1? X to the 1 is negative 6, so we write negative 6. I write negative 16, negative 6, and all of that squared, and then plus the y2, which is negative 4 in this case. So negative 4 minus what is the value of y1? It is negative 4. So you're going to be negative 4, all of that squared. And we can simplify this expression a little bit. So distance, we can take square to the both sides in order to remove this radical. And the radical and the square we're going to cancel out, and we will get distance squared. So we will get distance squared should be equal to square root and square. We're going to cancel out, and we are left with negative 5. So doing different color, negative 5 minus minus, we're going to cancel out into positive. It will turn into negative 5 plus 6, we're going to be 1 square. We're just going to be 1 plus, so let's see, so negative 4 minus minus, we're going to turn into positive, and 4 and positive 4 plus negative 4, we're going to be 0 square. We're just going to be equal to 0. And then we will get distance squared is equal to 1. So distance squared will just going to be equal to 1. And in order to simplify, in order to get the distance, just distance, because this distance squared, we can take square of it. But even though we take square, distance, we'll get distance should be equal to square root of 1 will just going to be equal to 1. So we get our distance is equal to 1. Let's just graph it, and I just want to know what will happen. So if there is some point right over here, it is a coordinate. And so if there is a point, so negative 5 comma negative 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So negative 5 comma 1, 2, 3, 4. So it was something like that. And negative 6 comma negative 4, we're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then negative 4. So we can say that it is just 1. It's just 1 far away because the y values are same. So we can say that our value so we can see that distance should be equal to 1. This value, if you connect the line, it will gonna be 1. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about the second example of finding the distance between 2 points.